morning. I'm your hostess, Cindy Schumacher. On today's show, we're going to be making 8-layer quiche, fruit compote salad, orange poppy seed quick bread, and iced coffee. So we're going to start with the fruit compote so that it has time to set. And we're going to boil 1.5 cups of water, and then we're going to dissolve 6 ounces of lemon jello. I have 2 3-ounce packets here. You can use sugar-free or regular. I'm using sugar-free because I'm trying to cut the calories wherever we can. So we'll dissolve that in, and I have a can of mandarin oranges that I have drained, a can of crushed pineapples that I have drained, a cup of fresh strawberries that I have sliced, and 6 ounces of orange juice concentrate. I just sliced the whole can in half because our store doesn't carry the 6-ounce cans of orange juice. So I just cut it in half, and then we're going to stir that in. So as soon as that gets boiling, we'll get going on that. This orange poppy seed quick bread is a light kind of, it will give you the impression of a lemon bread because it has the orange flavoring, but it is so good. It's light and it's fluffy and it bakes up perfectly. You can do it in regular loaf pans. I'm going to be making it in 6 small loaf pans here. I have them sprayed and dusted with flour. And while we're waiting for the water to boil, I think we'll combine our dry ingredients. We have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and we have 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, and we have 1.5 tablespoons of poppy seeds. I always whisk my dry ingredients together just so that they're blended more evenly. And then we have 3 eggs. I'm going to beat those while we're still waiting, just about boiling. I'll beat these eggs. And to this we're going to add 2.5 cups of granulated sugar. Okay, water's boiling, so I'm going to take that over here and dissolve the jello. Now remember, if you want a copy of any of these recipes and you have internet, you can go to the Valley homepage and click on the cow on the right, and you'll be able to find all the recipes. If you don't have internet, call the girls at Valley and they'll be happy to get you a copy of the recipe. This fruit compote salad is such a quick and easy salad, and I thought what I'd try to do, since we're close to Easter, give you a couple of ideas of something you might like to do for an Easter brunch, or you know, when you have family home. And now the strawberries are in the store and they're a good price, so you just kind of look and make sure. Yep, looks like it's dissolved. Okay, so now we're going to take the 6 ounces of orange juice concentrate, dissolve that in there. this is so quick and easy, you're gonna feel guilty because this is really all there is to it. Then we just add everything else to it. If there's something else you wanna add to this Jell-O, as long as it's a fruit that does set up in Jell-O, like maybe blueberries or another kind of a berry, you can add that, but this gives you some nice colors. Okay, and all we have to do is dump everything together. Spoon. And then I'm going to cut 2 bananas in there. These aren't quite as ripe as I would normally like them, but they'll be fine. They're good enough. If you have a prettier bowl or a crystal bowl, you can use that. I'm going to just be putting them into this 7x11. This has a nice tangy flavor from the orange juice too, so and the lemon Jell-O. You just kind of try to evenly distribute the colors. And that's all there is to it. We're going to put it in the refrigerator. We'll take a quick break while I clean up, and then we'll work on the orange poppy bread. Be right back.
Blazing fast broadband internet from Valley is now available and better than ever. Let us help you decide which speed is best for you. The 50 meg speed would be sufficient for 1 to 4 devices, mainly emailing and surfing the web. Our 100 meg speed works great for 5 to 8 devices and multiple users streaming and downloading video. If you have 8 devices or more that are simultaneously streaming or gaming, or if you have a medium-sized business, the 250 meg speed would work best for you. For extreme heavy home or work from home use, or if you have a medium to large business using 15 or more devices, you may want to consider our 500 meg download speed to fit your needs. And if you're a home or business that needs it all, we have our 1000 meg, 1 gig broadband internet speed. Call our office today at 437-2615 and talk with one of our staff members to pick the speed that's best for you.
Okay, we're going to keep on going with the bread. I'm going to add, we've got 1.5 cups of milk. I'm going to kind of alternately add that with the dry ingredients. We have 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of canola oil. spatula and scrape down those sides. First time I made this bread, I always take recipes to my mom's and let whoever's around sample, and my niece and nephew were there, and I think they ate 2 of the loaves like in one sitting, just for an after school snack. So something even kids will like. I have 2 tablespoons of orange zest. Break that out. And then we need a teaspoon and a half of vanilla extract and almond extract. If you don't care for the almond flavoring, you can use another flavoring. You can even use orange flavoring or like a rum flavoring or something like that. But after this bread sits for about a day, it kind of mellows out and it's not quite as strong. So we like it just the way the recipe reads. A lot of times I'll change a recipe if I'm not crazy about something, but this one is about perfect the way it is. Okay, I've got the oven preheating at 350. It's ready to go. So we'll get this going and then we'll get working on the quiche. It's always nice in the springtime too. It seems like the winter time you're always wanting chocolate and things like that. It's nice in the springtime to go to, you know, lighter, fluffier recipes. And kind of even these out a little bit. Okay, and we'll get these baking at 350. Now it normally takes in a normal bread pan about 40 to 50 minutes. This will probably be closer to like half an hour in the smaller loaves. We'll just keep an eye on them. Okay, and now we're going to get working on the quiche. This is a quiche that has a lot of meat in it. So normally men don't like quiche, but this is a real hearty quiche that I've pre-made a crust, and it's a regular pie crust, but to that, and it doesn't call for it in the recipe, but just to give it a little something more savory, I have tossed in a half of a tablespoon of celery seed, and that gives it a little more of a savory flavor to the crust. So we're going to get the meats browning. I have 2 chicken breasts that I have cut into small pieces. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And we have 4 strips of bacon diced. half pound of sausage. You can use whatever kind of sausage you want. I've made it before with like a zesty Cajun or a Jimmy Dean's hot sausage or something. This is just the regular sausage that they make at Ken's. So, and then we have a half of a pound of ham that has been cubed. So we'll let this start cooking together. We'll take a quick break while it's browning, and we'll be right back.
Get 3 months free access on all lines plus a new 4G smartphone for only $4.99 a month. 2 great offers with Valley Cellular. Call Valley today at 437-2615 to take advantage of this great deal.
Okay, we're going to work on the iced coffee. I make this iced coffee a lot, especially in the summertime. I just keep a pitcher of it in the refrigerator when someone stops by. It's so fun to get out a nice glass and pour them one, and it's so refreshing. This is 8 ounces of strong coffee, and it's hot. I have a can of sweetened condensed milk. You can use fat-free or with the fat, whichever you prefer. It basically tastes the same, you know, no matter what you decide to use. And you want to add this while it's warm because it just dissolves better. And then I usually put it in a pretty glass pitcher to serve it, but we'll get this chilling down. And okay, now to this I usually add about a tablespoon of vanilla. And then just to creamy it up a little more, I add about a half cup of half and half. Whoa. Okay, that's all there is to it. It's so simple. If you want to do this for an Easter brunch, or if you want to do it, I've served it for bridal showers or baby showers, you know, like I said, just when friends drop by and you want to offer them something other than a Coke or something like that, this is a great alternative. So we're going to get this in the refrigerator, if I can do it without spilling. Now, this is about ready to drain. So, turn this off. We'll let that drain for a few minutes while we start mixing everything else together. I have 4 eggs here. To this we're going to add a pint of half and half. And 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Okay. I've got my pie shell that I told you that I've made in a deep dish pan. Like I said before, I have added a half tablespoon of celery seed to it to give the crust a little bit of a zesty flavor. We're going to take a break while we wait for the bread to come out, then we'll assemble the rest of this and get it going in the oven. We'll be right back.
Valley is now offering updated digital TV packages and prices. High definition and caller ID is now free with all TV packages. Call Valley today at 437-2615 to find out more.
Okay, I've got the meat drained. We're going to put it in the bottom of the shell. Now I've saved the grease and we're going to saute a 1/4 cup of green onions, a 1/4 cup of pepper, and 4 ounces of sliced fresh mushrooms. So we'll get this. Actually, in the instructions it says to do this all together. I kind of like to do the vegetables separately, and you can kind of monitor them a little better, and I think that you can have them be not quite so mushy. If they're in with the meat when you're sauteing them, they're going to get a little mushy, so we'll just let them saute here a little bit. Okay, we're going to spread the mushrooms, the peppers, and the onions on the top here. I'm just going to blend it a little bit. And we'll cover it with the cheese. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper to the mixture. It doesn't call for it, but sometimes that amount of meat, I think it'll have plenty of salt, but maybe you can just use a little pepper, a little zest. Now this will bake in the oven for 10 minutes at 450, and then you lower the temperature for another 20 minutes or so at 350. Looks like I'm going to have a little leftover of the egg mixture. Okay. We're going to set it here. It will be ready to go in as soon as we pull out the bread. Okay, bread's ready to come out. Okay, now we're going to raise the temperature to 350. We'll get the quiche in, and we're going to bake it for 10 minutes at 450 before we drop the temperature. Okay, what I usually do is let these cool in the pan, and then we'll make a glaze for them. And the glaze will be sticky at first, but after a few hours, then it kind of hardens on there and it's not quite so sticky. So anyway, we'll start making the glaze for that. I have 3/4 cup of granulated sugar and 1/4 cup of orange juice. I have this whisk that has a small end and a big end, and it's really kind of neat because I have the kettles that have the ceramic coating on them, so you don't want to use a metal whisk. So this is kind of a fun whisk that does double duty for you. When you're using a small kettle, you use the small side. When you're using a larger kettle, you can use the larger size. We'll get that sugar dissolved And then we're going to add a half teaspoon of vanilla extract and a half teaspoon of almond extracts. That'll just kind of reinforce the flavors into the bread. With this glaze, I'm going to use clear vanilla so that it doesn't darken the glaze. These make nice gift giving too, like if you want to do that for Easter, if there's someone that you know that lives alone or something like that, to make them in the small loaves like that. They're just such a nice loaf for gift giving. A lot of times I'll make maybe a couple kinds of bread, and so when you can take 2 loaves, it's an even nicer gift. And a lot of times, like when I take them to my mom, she slices it and puts it in the toaster. She likes to make it kind of a little crispy or something, but anyway. Let's see if these are about ready to come out of the pans. I usually just line them all up on my cutting board, and then I put the glaze on like that. We pretty much have everything done, so it's kind of a waiting game other than putting the glaze on top of the bread. So we'll take a little break here, and when we come back we'll be about ready to put everything together and be right back.
Valley Telecommunications is pleased to announce that our Technology Solutions Center is fully stocked and open for business. We have a large selection to meet your wants and needs. Some of the items we currently carry are a variety of corded and cordless phones, different brands of tablets such as Kindle Fires and Apple iPads and all the accessories for them, Telekin computers, Epson and HP printers and ink cartridges, Apple iPods and accessories, office supplies, wireless keyboards and mice, cellular phones and accessories, different types of media storage, cameras, headphones, power strips and surge protectors, and much, much more. You can also get your very own Valley swag. Our prices are reasonable and comparable to any other retail store. If there is something that you want or need that we do not currently carry, please let us know so that we can check into it for you. We accept all major credit cards, cash or check. Please feel free to stop by our office and check out our new and improved store for all of your technology and day-to-day business needs.
Okay, I've got my sugars dissolved in my glaze, so I'm going to add the half teaspoon of vanilla. I always make sure I stop and put the lids on those because they spill so easily, and they're kind of expensive, so I always want to take the time to put your lids back on, especially if you move as fast as I do. Okay, now it's a clear glaze, so we'll just go ahead and I actually go through and glaze them like 2 or 3 times, but and I'm using a silicone basting brush. The reason I use this is because they seem to wash up cleaner than a natural bristle brush, and then you're not losing bristles too. Even the best quality bristle brushes that I've bought, I still find a bristle or 2 here or there, and that's not very appetizing. So I like the silicone basting brushes, and they're heat resistant, so we'll let this soak in a little while, then I'll do another dose. It's about time to lower the temperature on the quiche, so we'll lower that to 350. and then we'll let it bake another 20 minutes. And we should be ready to eat. Be right back.
Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
Okay, looks like the quiche is done. Okay, we're going to pour some iced coffee. Lighter spatula. Over here. Normally you want to let your quiche set up just a few minutes, but otherwise, there we go. We have our nice little brunch. Our 8-layer quiche, our fruit compote salad, our orange poppy seed quick bread, and our iced coffee. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Country Cooking, and we hope to see you next time.